My name is Edward Ayrton, the chief executive of this company called Cheasy, and I'm here to present Cheasy to you. The main question is, what is Cheasy? The aim of this project is to produce a website to advertise cheap and easy cooking tutorials for students or anyone who wants cheap, easy and healthy food. The main audience of this website are students or people on lower incomes. As you see, the low income. When it comes to low incomes, right? Living standards are only going to go down in this world of economic insecurity, and also increasing financial pressure on students is not going to come down. It is probably going to maintain itself for the foreseeable future. So in a way, these are so when you think of it as a very lucrative marketing point, as you know, money saving is very important in this world of increased cost of living and increased deprivation. So our revenue will come from subscriptions, and which will allow users to view cooking tutorials and view additional recipes. The subscription would cost £5 a month. An estimated figure of the demographics of which Cheasy is aimed at. For example, there are 100,000 students in Greater Manchester, and there are 4.5 million people in this country living in poverty. So when you do the maths together, the overall revenue we could get monthly could be around £23 million, which is a very large maximum amount of profit we could seek from this project. It will cost money to rent out facilities such as kitchen and recording equipment and ingredients for our cooking videos, and in a hypothesis in which the kitchen and recording space are already in possession, because I only made this hypothesis as for the majority of cooking tutorial videos, it's not in a studio unless if it's daytime television. The majority of cooking tutorials are people in their own kitchen telling their own recipes to give it and manufacture it to the viewers themselves. So, for example, the average meal will cost £6, so if there are 25 recipes on the site, it'll cost overall £150 to create a video like this. So employment costs. A call centre worker wage is £23,000 a year, and a web developer starting wage is £19,000 a year. And in a hypothesis in which there are two people addressing the complaints, the calculations would be 23. So when you do the maths, it will equal to £65,000. A loan of 37,500 may be needed to address the payments of staff within the first 6 months of operations. Further payments could be needed to get supplies. So we're not directly asking you to give us money for this project, but what we are simply saying is that it'll be worthwhile to invest in this project, as we'll need the staff to make stuff like this possible. Compared to other sections of the competition, it is Cheasy that specifically aims at low-income families and students. Other manufacturers of cooking tutorials, such as cookbooks, focus on the material exclusivity, which alienates those on a lower income. So think of a celebrity cookbook, which cook elitist dishes from elitist recipes, elitist ingredients. You cannot cook everything with an expensive kind of virgin olive oil, can you? So in a way, we must we must aim towards those on a lower income. So the resources needed for this product will involve recipe ideas from other cookbooks and ingredients for these tutorials, and we'll also need film equipment as well, and a cooking space. Whether we can do it in one of the employees' houses, whether we can do it in our own headquarters, we can organise that certain resource to generate that video. Our key partners will include suppliers such as supermarkets, farms, greengrocers, and butchers, as they are the ones who we will get the food from. To the food which will feature in our tutorial videos, they will come from these manufacturers. Another key partner of ours will be charities dedicated to solving issues such as food poverty, and also universities as well. As you know, working with universities will increase our notoriety among students, and also the charity we'll get a more we'll be doing the common good by working with charities and solving certain important issues such as food poverty. So how this site will work, right? So here's the main menu, which will require us logging in, and here's the complaints area we call it the Salmonella helpline. As you know, as it deals with issues such as food poisoning, and it's basically for a user to contact us if they had any issues with how their meal turned out from our tutorials and things like that. However, there is a limit when it comes to certain customer services like this, which we will state within the next few minutes. And as you see here is a tutorial. This is from the login screen. As you see, you cannot see a play button for a video, but as demonstrated, it shows the basic tutorial how to cook a fajita. So in terms of customer relations, we'll organise something called the Salmonella helpline. As you see, here's our main mascot for the helpline, called Dr. Feathers. As you know, we need to generate a sense of charm to the users. Slickness is important when it comes to business, but more importantly, showing a sense of charm is important to the overall marketing and the overall perception of us as a company. The customer relationships will involve the Salmonella helpline, as it'll deal with issues like food poisoning, like issues with recipes. However, there is a limit in regards to overall things such as out-of-date food or certain issues which may be out of our hands, such as actual medical things which we cannot help the user with, which we will mention on the website. We aim to distribute our recipes through the website and in text form and in video form. We'll show our aims on the website as well, as in the top end there's aims what we specifically aim to do as a site and what we specifically aim to do as a company. And it'll give the users a good idea about what we are here for, and that we are of good intentions to them and to society as a whole. So at the end of the calendar year, we aim to have enough financial stability to pay employee wages and to spend it on partnerships, as partnerships do cost money. We also aim to work with charities, food merchants and universities to help achieve our goals and maximise our user base. Thank you very much.